You ready for the pod? We're for the pod. Well, today's the day. The sun is shining. The tank is clean. Ma'am, who are you?
I am ZIVOS. I was born at the intersection of glamorous and comedic. Buckle your seatbelts. It's gonna be a bumpy ride.
And my name is Devin. I am especially trained in chopstick work. I worked for a long time at a hibachi grill, and I really am interested in bricklaying.
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 Bricklaying, everybody. Camera 2, bricklaying. Oh, come on now.
Hi, Camera 2.
Hi, Camera 2. And hello, audio listeners.
Hi, audio listeners.
I hope you're ready for some alliteration today.
Oh.
Because the quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog.
Oh, wow.
That wasn't alliteration, but it did use every letter of the alphabet.
A quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog.
Every letter, top to bottom.
Okay.
That's how you can practice your cursive.
So, ZIVOS, I've never seen you look so glamorous. How's your big day? You got married?
Well, stop. I mean, long story short, we fell in love.
Okay.
We eloped. All right? But then we decided after 10 long years of love to renew our vows.
Wow, that's beautiful.
I know. So here I am today. We're actually going to Cabo San Lucas later tonight. We're flying out, taking Spirit Airlines. Hello, Spirit Airlines. Sponsor us, Spirit Airlines.
Audio listeners, just so you know, things have changed here at the Twink Twank Twunk pod. The person sitting in the drag chair is not your regularly scheduled host. It's actually someone new to the scene.
A local queen.
A local queen, up and coming, very talented. Where can I find you? Where can I see you perform?
Oh, all over. You can see me perform, most importantly, at Founders Ale House. Founders Ale House. You can find me on the Chuck E. Cheese on the 15 South. I'm big at the Chuck E. Cheese.
Yes.
You can find me at Marina Del Rey.
Just in the marina?
In the marina. In a kayak, a tandem kayak for myself and my junk. Oh, come on now.
Oh, wow.
Indeed. And but most importantly,
at the altar.
you can find me in your heart.
Oh.
And at the altar. That's a great point. And at the altar.
So, ZIVOS, explain to the audio listeners, what are you wearing today?
So today I have brought you a very traditional look, dare I say. A beautiful wedding gown, hand sewed by Louis Vuitton themselves.
Okay.
Him, her, I don't know.
Yes.
We've never once met.
Okay.
For the nails, I have these beautiful little acrylics. I actually spent years growing them out myself. Filed them down. As a side note, I feel like Catwoman with these nails.
Oh, you're ready to steal a gem from the National Gallery.
I'm ready to rob the Louvre is what I'm ready to do. I'm ready to break in and scratch all over. You know that scene from Captain America Civil War where the Black Panther goes over the shield?
What does it do?
It goes over the shield.
Can you show camera 2 that?
It goes
what
over
about
the
camera
shield.
1? Oh my
It
gosh.
scratches the shield. It's me meeting the Mona Lisa. Because I don't respect art.
Oh.
I'm not about it.
Why does Lisa always got to be moaning?
Well, I mean, that's the
Can
issue.
she smile?
That's the issues. Everyone has their own opinions on art.
Yeah.
And I just don't respect other people's opinions.
Right.
Because
yours is the correct one.
Well, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. They're just wrong.
Right.
And just, I just can't get over that is what it is. But anyways, in reality, I am dressed as ZIVOS today. Devin did my makeup. Devin, not DIVOS, for the first time ever.
The government name finally plays.
It finally plays.
Yes. How do you feel? How do you really feel?
I feel gorgeous. Look at me.
Uh-huh.
I mean, drag is uncomfortable, if I'm being fully honest.
What part of the process surprised you?
The eyelashes were a lot harder to get on than I ever once thought. I mean, I have seen you struggle with lashes for years now, but I mean, understandably, they were hard to get on.
Okay.
I also didn't know how they got on. I thought they glued to the eyelashes themselves. Apparently, I don't know if you knew this, apparently they actually glued to the lid of your eye.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Did you know that?
I didn't, but thank you for telling me.
You're very, very welcome. Was it easier putting putting makeup on me than it was on yourself.
Well, you're such a perfect canvas. So feminine, so dainty, so tiny.
Stop.
That hair, I mean, you look really good. We were debating what face to do, what makeup. We ultimately went with the new DIVOS, skinny little brow, classic eye shape, DIVOS contour. And I mean, DIVOS, you look really good. Like, you actually look really good. Like,
you're gassing me up. You're trying to marry me, aren't you?
You want to kiss me right now. Like, camera one, like, you're getting the right view. But I mean, this wedding dress, first of all, we thrifted this wedding dress, and it works really well on you.
It does work really well. Where'd you thrift it from again?
Melrose.
Melrose.
Mm-hmm. One of the shops on Melrose.
It's fantastic, I will say. It kind of makes me jealous. When men just get married, they wear, or people who want to wear suits, they wear suits for a wedding. And like, dresses are so fun and flowy.
Right.
You had to walk down aisle. You missed it. I got to pick up the dress and run around like with it above my knees.
We'll put some clips in of ZIVOS trying to walk around the house. We'd show them your shoe. Don't think that she wouldn't put on a shoe, but don't show the leg, because the leg is not. Okay. That's the shoe, baby.
That's the shoe. It's my dirty little secret. Dirty little secret. It's a pump.
And you picked this wig yourself.
I did pick this wig myself. That was my.
What drew you to that wig?
It was white, and I knew I was wearing a white wedding dress. And I'm all about color coordination.
Right.
Yes. So I think I look gorgeous.
You do. You really do.
I know. Do I not?
No, you do. And the corset may or may not have been a bit big for ZIVOS, this tiny little thing.
I'm cinched. I'm already snatched.
Tight.
I'm already snatched. I'm like a baby snatcher.
So
just the snatch part though.
Well, I wish you would stay away from our children, ZIVOS. I really wish you would stay away from our kids.
Our kids? I have to tell you.
Announcement time.
You think it was possible? I will actually give birth through my urethra. It's going to expand 10 times the normal size. Mm-hmm. Yes, it's a medical marvel.
It's going to be so... I mean, you've heard of kidney stones, but... Like, get ready for fetus through urethra, baby.
Kidney stones, a fetus boulder.
A fetus boulder.
Mm-hmm.
Fetal boulder.
A boulder.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcoming to the stage, Fetal Boulder.
Boulder, come on in.
Boulder?
Boulder.
I hardly know her. ZIVOS, you're a good time girl, huh?
Oh, stop.
So, ZIVOS, what's your go-to number? What's your favorite number?
Call me basic. Rain on Me by Rihanna. Just
Rain
on Me.
Rain on Me by Rihanna, ladies and gentlemen.
And you know what I throw at the end for a little comedy? Because here's the thing. ZIVOS is at the intersection of glamorous and comedic, right?
Right.
So I need both those things.
Right.
So Rihanna's very glamorous.
Yes.
For comedy, you'll never guess.
What?
Uh-oh Stinky, but it's a lo-fi remix.
Oh, we do that.
If you're familiar with the video of a monkey, it goes like, uh-oh, Stinky, haha poop, haha funny. There's this great artist named Egg who made a remix of it. A lo-fi remix.
Yeah.
And there's a 10-hour mix online that you can listen to. What I did instead was put on loop on Spotify. It was my most played song of 2023 was Uh-Oh Stinky Lo-Fi Remix.
Right.
Check it out. It's awesome. So I'd throw that in at the end and do a little like interpretive dance type number.
Okay.
To Uh-Oh Stinky. Now you might be thinking, like, would I be making like something about the stinkiness?
Right.
Like kind of smell. No. It's more about the uh-oh. Like, uh-oh, my life. Uh-oh. And the stinky.
So meta.
And the stinky's a metaphor for like different things like trauma and loss, you know, and love.
Wow.
You know, like, uh-oh, I'm in love. Uh-oh, I lost. But uh-oh, better to have loved than lost than to, uh-oh, never have loved before.
Okay, and what was the opening song again?
It was Rain on Me by Rihanna.
Okay. So call me crazy, but the only Rain on Me I've heard is actually by Lady Gaga. So do you think that maybe you are referring to Rain
Umbrella?
On Me? Umbrella. Okay, we're talking. Okay.
Yes, I was in fact
right. But when you're rained on, you need an umbrella, so that makes sense.
Well, I have so much going on up there creatively wise.
You're just busy.
Actually, fun fact: it is almost Pride Month, everybody.
Happy almost Pride Month.
And I am so excited. Actually, do you mind if I share?
Sure, please tell us about your project.
I have a big project rolling out so soon. Pride Month 2025.
Wow.
Actually, It's gonna be great. Basically, what I did is, I remember with Digimon by chance.
Yeah, I love Digimon.
Right. So basically, I took different Digimon Pokemon and it's kind of a concept if you can grasp it. I kind of took them and made drag pieces inspired by Digimon.
Oh.
But the coolest part is that I actually evolve as the series goes on, and then at the end, it's revealed. And it was awesome. I got these custom photographers take like really high quality photos of me as a Digimon leader with all of my Digimon behind me.
Yeah, your Mekl Meta Were Garuru.
Yes, exactly.
ZIVOSmon.
Yes, ZIVOSmon.
Yeah.
And I titled it ZIVOSmon, actually.
Wow.
I spent a lot of time. I collaborated with some really good people. I had tons of pasties for my girl. Is she alive yet?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I'm riffing today.
This is crazy because the biggest thing I can roast you on is not doing anything in post-production. But if I make jokes about post-production, that's just more work for me to do. So I'm literally trapped. There's nothing I can do right now. Okay.
For our Twink Twank Twunk listeners, in the whole process, I was just saying classic things that Devin says as he gets ready for drag.
Tell them.
I was like, Devin, have you done an audio test yet? Have you done the audio tests? Devin, is the tripod light not on? Like, why is it on yet?
So, audio listeners, to be clear, these are things that I would normally say to Zach as I was in drag, and that he is now telling me. So, yeah, go ahead.
Devin does a lot of video editing for some clients. I feel like every other week he's going, oh no, I forgot to send the video out. So I was doing some of that as well. I called Devin out for the Keurig water not being full because, I mean, why is it empty?
What I told Zach is I was so impressed and inspired by his sudden awareness of the house. All of a sudden, he somehow managed to realize that the trash can was full and that the Keurig was empty and that we could sweep the floor.
And all of a sudden, you seem to fail on every category.
One thing I really love that you were calling me out on is sometimes when I'm getting in drag, I like really need to hype myself up. So I'll just be there and I'll mess up something so minor. And I'll be like, come on, Dev, like, come on. And out of nowhere, Zach's like yelling at himself. He's like, come on, Zach, let's go. Have you ever done this before? Let's come on. Oh my God. It's like, you've been waiting for this.
I have been waiting for this. And if you recall, I started the whole night by going,
a technique I have before I go on stage or like some really important performance to like take me from real life to character is I'll go. It's weird doing it out of drag. I know. But yeah, Zach did that. I mean, you went full method.
Well, I've been around you for many years.
You've been waiting for that.
I've seen it all. I have the platform. I was given the voice. And for me, it was less about myself and more about everyone out there on camera 2 and camera 1. Everyone who needed to hear these things. And I'm just glad that I could have are you serious? Like, what do I pay you for? All you do is sit there while I get ready.
Oh my. Audio listeners, one of our lights just went out. And ZIVOS immediately, she popped off. She's not happy. She's really upset.
Well, I've had a day. I've been in drag 3 times today. 3 times. It just, oh man. Although I will say, my little sister's in town, and just, I will tell you, having someone to like clean up and like have dudes that kind of extra.
You make me sound so ridiculous. This episode's going to be titled The Roast of Devin Bennett. Like, I don't even know what to say.
But the truth, I can say these things because I look beautiful. So you're able to say those things because you look beautiful.
No, that's the thing. Next episode, I genuinely feel like weird saying it because I'm out of drag. And you can tell that you feel much more confident saying whatever you want.
I do.
We're in the kitchen, and I have said to ZIVOS before, she has a tendency to break my things, to shatter glasses, and I love my stuff. Like, I spend like 90% of my day doing drag stuff, and I like collect things, and it's my drag, like everything is a prop. And so one time I was like, you just don't get it. Like, what I have, like, this is what I have. Like, this is my like surfing. Like, this is my life, my stuff. ZIVOS was in the other room as we're getting ready for the podcast. And I like picked up a glass too quickly. And she goes, can you be more careful with this? Like these things are my life.
I listen. I always listen.
I told her before we started, we're in our production phase before she goes out of town. And I told her before we started, I think this was good for morale because maybe sitting there in drag, I feel more capable of saying what's on my mind than perhaps you do out of drag. And now we're swapping the table. The table has turned.
I do feel like I'm able to say a lot more. I feel a lot funnier.
Do you have anything else to say to get out?
To get out?
Yeah. Anything else to say to me?
Say to you?
Yes.
I rock the lash better.
You rock the lash. You do look really good.
Well, you did a great job. I think I look fantastic. Like,
for some reason, I don't feel like I should take any credit, even though it's fully what I did. But I feel like this is you. You just look really good.
Well, you can't take credit for the cheekbones. That's all me and my parents, to be fair.
So ZIVOS, this is your first time in the guiche, feeling the fantasy.
In the guiche.
In the guiche.
In the guiche. In the Gila monster. Ha ha. In the Gila monster. Ha ha.
So do you think you feel comfortable going out into public like this? Would you walk out the door right now? What would you feel comfortable doing? What would you not feel comfortable doing?
I don't think I physically could walk out the door in these heels, if I'm being completely honest with you. So in terms of like physicality, no, I could not navigate the streets of West Hollywood.
Okay.
In this outfit.
Okay.
Funny enough, I think I'd feel more comfortable maybe in the full guiche than I would perhaps in just like a wig and some light makeup.
Sure. Right? That makes sense.
Because you're just like you're going ham, you're going all in, you know?
Right.
And that's like it's kind of fun, you know? I don't think I have the confidence to pull it off in public. In the safety of our home with my best friend, I think it's a safe space. I have a lot of respect. I
you don't have to. Well, no, I think I agree with you because like when I was starting drag, it was really important to me before I started going out there. I was like, if I'm going to do this, it's got to be good.
It has to be good.
Like I can't show up, with a wig that isn't wigging or like an outfit that is just too pedestrian. I have the brand of feeling like art. I really want it to be a performance. Like I want it to be like, I don't know how you look like that.
100%. Yeah.
And I think you're giving that right now. Like, I was telling ZIVOS, I think a lot of people could take notes on some of the detail work, and I guess
it's all
you're giving you credit. I keep giving you credit, but
no, please give me more.
Well, but I look and like the little details that are
watch this.
The little details that are really like important. And I guess it's good to take back to what I do. Having the neck bronzer brought down onto your skin and blended through is something I make sure to do so it doesn't look like my head is detached from my body, and it makes you look really, really good right now.
Thank you.
Having an earring that matches the necklace, that matches the rings is major. I think it's so important.
I think this necklace is a really good necklace as well. I think it matches the outfit. It's like, it's simple, which I quite like simplicity when it comes to jewelry. I don't like over the top. I'm not a big fan of pendants personally. I don't know why. Like big pendants, like little tiny ones, like a little heart.
On a drag queen or like on anyone?
Actually, on a drag queen, I do like pendants. I guess on like out on the street as casual wear.
I'm like always, not that I don't think anyone could wear a pendant, but I'm always, especially now that I've done drag.
They're hard.
It's so hard to, like, you really have to do your whole outfit around the pendant.
Around the pendant.
Yeah, which is bold.
And usually it's just like a stone.
I know.
I prefer something like just simple and nice, like a little heart necklace, perhaps, or like some floating sapphires,
Some floating sapphires.
Some floating sapphires.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage, floating sapphire.
Floating sapphires, come on in.
I'm floating.
I'm guessing that's what I got my girlfriend for her birthday.
Floating sapphires.
Floating sapphires. I blended her two necklaces together.
What do you mean two necklaces?
Well, she had one. I got one that complemented it.
Oh.
I did so much research. I did a great job. I checked with all my friends. I checked with you, actually. And you signed off on it.
So explain floating sapphire to our audio listeners. What does that mean that she's floating? Do you remember what it looks like?
I do remember what it looks like.
Okay.
I don't know why it's floating per se. Because basically there's three stones. There's kind of like a small main one and two side ones. It's just like a little light chain going around, stainless steel. I don't know why it was floating per se. Maybe because they were unconnected, perhaps, so they were individually floating.
Yeah.
Perhaps they are from the floating region of Avatar, the blue people, where the rocks
I think that's
float.
probably it.
I think so, right?
Yeah.
Because it did give me that. It kind of shined. Did you know that the special material from that movie is called unobtainium?
No, it's not.
Isn't that so? Like, if you watch it back, it's kind of a stupid movie plot-wise. Avatar.
Okay.
Like, it's called unobtainium. Like, it's awesome visually. It's a really cool movie. Like, the plot is like unobtainium.
That's
like,
kind of epic.
Really?
That's kind of epic.
And nobody noticed. No one even batted an eye when it came out.
You want to know? We watched The Way of Water together, the second Avatar movie.
I remember, yeah.
Do you know that I fell asleep and woke up and feel like I didn't even miss any of the movie?
I do remember that.
I took a nap mid-movie and I feel like I didn't miss anything.
I watched the whole thing and still could not tell you the plot. Like,
it was just long.
there was a human kid in there somewhere. Like,
It was beautiful though.
it was gorgeous. Like yours truly.
Like yours truly.
I am the way of the water. Check us out.
Oh my god. Is that your signature move, ZIVOS? Okay, wait, so ZIVOS, I have a question for you.
Yes.
So say I took all of this away, all the beauty and the glamour.
I would die. But continue.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so I took it all away. I'm wondering, what do you need to get back to where you are right now? I want to know how much you learned in the get ready process. What do you have on right now? Where would you find this kind of thing? How do you make it? What do we have? Start at the bottom.
You want to know what it was?
Yeah.
What really brought it together?
What?
It was the nails.
It's the nails.
It was the nails. It's something about it. I mentioned earlier, I feel like Catwoman. I feel like Black Panther. I can claw. And also, something about, like, always being now cognizant. Like, I feel the guiche. I feel the drag. But, like, I can feel the nails.
The nails make you very aware.
And they're fun. It's like, I'm doing some of these. Like,
a lot of pointing.
I'm doing a lot of pointing.
You see why I always touch the microphone? It's just like... Okay, but I will say, if we're going to be doing pageants now, ZIVOS, you do have to listen to the question. I'm not sure you quite listened to the last question, so I'm going to repeat it.
I've been to enough drag shows where I know that nobody listens to the questions.
Actually, that's so fair.
I think I did it perfectly, actually.
I think I've literally told you before, the number one thing in drag that you should do is not answer the question.
I know. But okay, I will actually answer the question. I would say...
Oh, so you heard the question. You just chose not to answer it.
Yes. But, like, to answer your question, I mean, truthfully, I have kind of been performing gender since my mom made me wear a blazer to cotillion. Does that answer your question? I think.
Do you know what this is making? I am loving this because it means that I do have a defined brand, because you're so easily able to come at me right now. But that's good. That means the brand that I've developed.
I've locked it.
It's quotable. It's fully realized because you're not letting me breathe.
No, I am not. Neither is your corset. Actually, I can breathe just fine.
You're really good at this.
Oh, stop it. Sorry. Okay, what was the question?
I want you to look at the camera. They need to see how pretty your eyes look, because your eyes look like you're very pretty. You're very pretty.
Stop.
Can you all I just want one day to wake up, not be expecting it, and to ZIVOS walk out of Zach's room. Just like without my help.
I put this on.
It would be the end. That'd be a wrap on me.
I could not name mascara. That is, and bronzer.
Okay.
And concealer? No.
I only use concealer for carving the eyebrow.
I am right. Glue sticks. The egg thing. The blender egg. Beauty blender. A brush.
A brush. It's actually a one brush makeup.
Yes. And nail glue. That's it.
That's it.
That's everything.
And a dream.
Wow.
And some love.
I can't stop looking at you. You look really good. Like, you want to kiss me right now, don't you? You want to kiss me right now.
You look like a good drag queen. Like, it doesn't... I mean, I'm definitely delusional, but we were talking about their Drag Race has the makeover challenges. I'd be really confident throwing you out there on that stage right now.
I look good, and you look flustered, honey. Close your mouth. You look like a fish.
The issue would be the heels.
Yeah, the issue would be the heels. I'd have to practice if you go on Drag Race, I think.
Well, a lot of the times, the challenges, they actually have you do a little bit of choreo. Like
Camera 2. Sorry, I just want to do that.
It's even more funny because I know that when I'm in drag, I don't listen sometimes either, and I just start talking, and you're just doing that. Like it's coming so naturally to you.
I know. Well, I don't listen to you a lot, to be fair. So I'm sorry. What were we saying?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Wait. On RuPaul's, can you bring whoever you want for the makeover challenge?
No. So it's always like.
Because I remember one time it was rugby. Sorry, I interrupted.
No, keep going. What do you remember? Show the camera this.
I shouldn't.
This is so awesome.
I remember Ru brought on rugby players that got a makeover once. And then I was like, that's so cool. And they all turned out to be gay, which was also
gay
really
rugby.
Cool.
Gay rugby is actually really popular.
Is it really? Like specifically gay rugby?
Well, as like a sport.
Rugby.
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 Well, I mean, if you think about it, it's like men in pretty short shorts with like thick thighs, like very like well set, like essentially tackling each other and like trying to pull balls from each other's hands. And then you like lift each other up into the air.
That's not
and
that
it's like sweaty.
That's not that erotic. That's just a sport.
So erotic.
It's just a sport.
No.
Like water polo.
No pads.
Like
water polo's erotic.
No, it's not.
Sports are pretty erotic.
Water polo is not erotic.
Yes, it is.
I have got my scrotum twisted in water polo.
I'm not saying that playing water polo. How are you going to respond to this? Something just happened, everyone.
And
what are you going to do?
And they'll never know. I will never look that way ever again for the whole rest of the podcast.
Okay.
They'll never know.
Okay.
Can you help me?
An earring fell out, but she knew. She said the illusion of perfection will not be broken.
The facade of perfection. I will say, all you drag queens out there, my eyelashes feel like they're going to fall off at any moment. And I know they're not because they're glued on, but I can't see the roof and I feel like they're about to fall off, but they haven't yet. It's been, like an hour, something like that. So I'm impressed.
What else have you what are your other takeaway points from drag so far?
I feel better than everybody.
Right.
I think is one thing.
Do you think that people, because on a lot of like shows, like we're here, like I mentioned before in the pod, the whole vibe is like, if you try drag, your perspective will change. And like, that's the point of the makeover challenge on the show too. It's like, this will really change your experience if you give this a try.
You mean like my perspective on drag or my experience of life?
A little bit of both. Like the way you perceive yourself, like all of that.
I already knew I was that bitch, so.
I guess I'm just a damn fool, huh?
No, that's a good question. Unfortunately, I don't really have an introspective answer. I have more of an appreciation for drag, although I feel great. I don't know what you're complaining about.
Arms down, ZIVOS. Arms down.
Oh, sorry. Does my armpit hair disgust you?
Down. We need to go back to you trying to pretend like water polo and rugby are not erotic.
They're not erotic.
How are they not erotic?
How are they erotic?
They're very muscular men in like very skimpy tight clothing all over each other.
It's for necessity.
I'm not necessarily saying that playing is erotic, but like the idea, the sport, the experience, erotic.
Like watching it, or the players are experiencing erotica?
I think it could be both.
I truly don't think that players that
Let me paint a picture for you.
Okay.
There are women with
There's just not.
There are women with so as a comparison to big thighs, very big breasts, but like very tight clothes. So it's a lot. It's like spilling out a lot.
Breasts? Ooh. It's a lie.
I'm sorry, but
I like breasts.
Yeah, you love breasts, and I don't. Drag queens are not going to say ew to a woman's body. Are you not taking the feminine experience and glamorizing it? Now all of a sudden you're calling it gross?
I'm taking the glamour experience and glamorizing that. Femininity has nothing to do with it.
Okay, so tiny little tops, and then like a little thong bikini, and they're running at each other, and they start getting a little sweaty, so they're glistening in the sun. They're running at each other, they're like bumping into each other, falling to the ground. They're wrestling. Okay, so is beach volleyball not erotic to you in any way? But it's. I'm
this is
even more contact.
Not erotic though. Like, I would describe it as like erotic.
What does erotic mean?
Erotic is like purposefully sexual.
I'm not saying purposely, but I'm saying it could be interpreted as erotic.
But it's just like, in my opinion, erotic kind of implies intent behind the erotic, like you're trying to be erotic, or your actions are erotic, or maybe like they're not like.
I'm just saying, I think the gay rugby players are going in with a certain experience and hope and dream.
You show me one boner in water polo and rugby, and I'll concede.
I'm not saying the boner happens now. I'm saying it's like a prolonged foreplay.
Give us some Viagra.
Someone help them.
Actually, I will say, gay water polo players do have an advantage in the pool. Because when they get hard, it's like a rudder that helps them steer as they swim. And it starts spinning. True story.
So ZIVOS, I heard you have an educate the straight for us today.
I do. It's actually one of my long time things I've been meaning to tell you.
Oh.
Devin over here, although he promotes a facade of DIVOS, before every single show, I'm actually the one that tells him what to say for Educate the Straights. That's a lie.
Come on, educate me.
Okay, so a big thing in queer culture a few years ago, I believe. If you didn't know, Rue actually sometimes does some fracking behind his house.
Okay.
Funny enough.
Yeah.
So once on the show, these two queens were talking about it, kind of in the back room.
Sure.
They're talking about it. Obviously, I mean, you can't be talking about Rue like that. So one of the girls go like this. Oh.
The fracking.
X marks the spot.
That's funny. So like
over her mouth.
So if someone says something bad, you can be like,
yeah. Oh, like you think you still say it. You still say, oh, that's so bad. Oh, I'm like, I shouldn't. I'm so bad. It's kind of
give those eyes to both cameras. And now camera 2. I'm never gonna get this. Is fucking amazing.
It's kind of like, when you're on a diet and you eat a muffin, and the way you eat it is kind of like pecking at it like this, because you're sheepish, but you're not gonna stop doing it. So same vibe. You say it. Oh,
I'm so bad.
I'm so bad. I'm so dirty. I'm so bad. But the background is because RuPaul does in fact frack, and don't forget about that. So that's the educational part. Is that fracking is bad, and RuPaul fracks, but you didn't hear it from me.
One thing I am getting from this episode of the pod is the DIVOS new eyebrow is major. Like, it looks really good. I was so convinced that I didn't need an eyebrow for drag for the longest time. And it's because I wanted to look different, quirky, crazy. I'm glad I got to do eyebrows.
So am I, because it enhanced my experience now.
You made it about you.
And am I doing good in this chair?
You're doing so good. I feel a little bit like what I say doesn't matter. I just want to hear you talk. Because you're in drag.
The side chair experience. I also have noticed I'm looking at the cameras a lot more. Just, this angle feels easier to look at the cameras and still speak into the mic. Like if I'm talking to the mic, I can still see camera 2. When you're talking to the mic, there's no camera until we get a camera 3.
Maybe I think this episode has guaranteed we need a camera 3 because I think you deserve the camera 3. I think it would make you feel the attention you deserve. But maybe also this episode will inspire you to construct more outfits for the podcast. Because do you see how potentially having some glamour in what you're wearing could, add to your experience or potentially make you feel some type of way?
I don't like it when you tell me what to do. You know that? Okay. No, I see your point.
Okay.
Fair is fair.
I'm so excited. We're going to have to recap in the next episode. I'm so excited for you to have to take this off and experience that process. I didn't even make ZIVOS do any wig glue or put on any tights because the gown covered it. So you haven't been feeling the baking that you feel in your crotch region when you have the Cappuccino tights on.
I'm still kind of baking right now, actually. It's still pretty warm.
It's warm.
It's warm. It's hot. I don't know how you move in this.
Yeah.
How do girls do death drops and splits and just walk confidently down the runway? How did Skunky Sweet walk in heels this big?
Shout out Skunky.
Shout out Skunky. Skunky killed her Hamburger Mary's performance. performance that one Sunday, by the way. Amazing.
Yeah.
Like,
no, I know. And I think that might be why women tend to have a bigger appreciation for drag, because they have a closer connection to a lot of what we're doing. They've tried to wear the heels before. They maybe have tried on a corset.
They've also given birth.
I can't. You know what?
We're just
whatever you gotta. You're making me sound so stupid, and you're doing it so easily.
Consider this. This is the ZIVOS brand. This has nothing to do with you. Okay. You're irrelevant now. You're old news. Back me up on this, camera two. Camera two. Hi, camera two. The second our viewers see this video, DIVOS? Hoovos.
Oh! I am excited. All right. Well, I need to put you in drag more often. Then this is hitting really hard. And I think audio listeners...
Just the way I like it. Oh, look, it came open.
Yes. It's so this ring is a little container. I think it's like a chapstick in there, but it's giving a certain... I think at one point, this antique ring was probably used to house something else. Do you know what that is?
I do. Viagra.
Yeah.
I know. But anyways, subscribe to our Patreon. It'll be funny if the Zach sticker for this month was just like me in a t-shirt.
Well, I'm thinking that you replace, like, you're one of the DIVOS stickers this month.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
And then this is the...
And this could be, like,
I do like
the
that.
Zach sticker of the month.
That is good. Yep. No, I like that. Mm-hmm. That's good. I thought of that.
Yeah. I'm so... Just keep going. I don't need to be here. Just keep going. This is the most fun we've had filming in a long time. This is like crazy.
Subscribe to our Patreon. It means so much. We're gonna pop. I think because I do editing. We're gonna pop every single sticker we've ever had on the screen, and they're all gonna be holding hands as they move in a big circle.
No, they're not.
No, they're not.
No, they're not. We'll put them all on the screen, though, so you can see.
We also need... Well, I mean, unless you want to. They all, I mean, I assume you all have them at this point, so it's like, you can just go look at your own sticker board.
At your collection.
At your collection, indeed. Yeah, subscribe to Patreon. It means so much. It takes a lot to look this good, so your support really helps. Yeah.
Thank you, ZIVOS.
I know. If you support, maybe you can buy Devin a shirt. Maybe. I don't know.
I'm just excited that it's being in drag is crazy.
It's invigorating.
It's invigorating. Your attention is everywhere and nowhere. Like, you understand. I think, are you getting it?
My attention's in Calabasas.
Why?
Because actually, fun fact, I thought before I was like a junior in college, I thought Calabasas was like a low income area.
Okay.
And I thought if you're from Calabasas, it's like, oh, that's just kind of like Fresno. Like Calabasas, Fresno, same thing. So then I met a friend, Megan Lee, who is from Calabasas. Like I didn't think they were low. I was just like, oh, cool. Like you're from Fresno, pretty much. You're from Bakersfield. And then, apparently the Kardashians are from Calabasas, and it's like really affluent.
I think it was. I've heard that. We might cut that because I don't want like people to be like. I don't want it to be like, oh, Bakersfield.
People from Bakersfield know they're from Bakersfield.
Okay, I was just trying to protect your brand, ZIVOS. I was just trying to protect.
ZIVOS has one episode of a brand to protect.
Jesus Christ. I've actually heard that Calabasas, like when the Kardashians show started airing, it had like a huge, like, people from out of California would move there because they'd want to be like where the Kardashians lived. Mm-hmm. And so they are a big reason that the whole thing skyrocketed.
That makes sense to me, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that checks out.
Thank you for your approval, ZIVOS.
What?
It's just so good. It's just like everything that's happening here is like so good. So what's the bit of the week? Is that the bit? That's obviously a good bit.
Oh, that's a good bit of the week.
Okay.
I am so perfect.
So explain to the audio listeners first.
So audio listeners, the bit of the week Basically, when somebody is complimenting you, for a little bit of backstory, I had to develop this as kind of a coping mechanism. I just got complimented so often. A
lot of compliments.
But basically, you want to feign humility, even though inside you are absolutely lapping it all up because you are fueled by your ego. So you put one hand out as though to say stop. And you kind of look away like, no. But your other hand says, give me more. Keep it coming, baby. The more coy and bashful and soul you are, the better it plays off.
It looks really good with you in drag.
Like one of these.
Stop. But
it is really good.
It's like always so fun.
It is a really, really good bit.
Stop.
Devin, you did a great job with this makeup. Hey, everyone at home, clap for Devin. All right, listeners, listen for Devin.
Good listening. Audio listeners, that was really sweet to listen like that.
Done. That was very
Thank you for being there for us.
Thank you. Aw.
Yeah. So, Zach, now that... Oh. I'm sorry to... ZIVOS, I'm sorry.
You beach blonde, bad built butch body.
Twink Twank Twunk of the week, baby.
Twink Twunk of the week, baby.
What you got?
You go first.
All right, my twunk is armpit hair. I'm sorry, I can't do it. I know we're... it's just a certain... Violet Chachki was just on a review episode of Drag Race. I see your reaction. I hear your reaction. I appreciate your reaction. And she said that she has noticed that drag queens are wearing like breastplates up to their neck and only wearing full sleeves. It's because they don't want to shave their arms. And Violet was like, I don't care that you want to be a hot guy. Do you want to be a good drag queen? And I was like, I feel like, we do sacrifice a little bit of sexuality and, the general attraction to the general public. But I want to look as good as possible. And so I'm going to stand by it.
No, that's fair.
Twunk.
I love it when I pluck,
I do love grabbing your armpit hair.
I know. It's very, I don't blame you. It's very, very fun.
Yeah.
Okay, my twink is Pez dispensers.
Yes. Yeah, great.
Just kind of pops out.
Is it sick in the head that they come out of its neck though? Like,
no, I love that.
It kind of makes me nervous. Like you're like grabbing its like throat.
You go,
yeah.
like Kali Ma.
What are you doing?
You go,
ow.
I know. Aren't they sharp?
Yeah, they're sharp.
It's like Indiana Jones. I grab your throat out of your
ripping
neck.
It out.
Well, he grabs the heart, technically.
What movie does he do that in?
Temple of Doom, I believe.
Okay.
He goes, Kali Ma, Kali Ma. And he reaches and grabs the guy's heart. It still beats. And then catches on fire. No, he throws the heart into lava. And then the guy catches on fire.
Wow.
So it's like part voodoo, part heart magic, part archaeology.
Heart magic. Ladies and gentlemen, heart magic. That's all we need.
Heart magic.
All we need is a little bit of heart magic. Okay, my twink of the week is nail glue. Nail glue is on a different level of it's a texture I can't really explain. It will last on your fingers for extended periods of time. It like flakes off, but in really like dense, like hard chunks. It dries at seemingly any rate it wants. If you get it on your finger, it's game over. If you get it on a garment, it's game over. It's a glue that's necessary, but it's not a glue I would wish upon anyone.
How do your nails fall off so often? These aren't coming off. Like,
oh my god!
Sorry, that was ghoulish overkill just to prove a point. But these are on like a rock. Seriously, it's very
I also hand selected them for you, then put glue on the finger for you, then press it on for you. I usually have to do this by myself as I'm like, I wanted ZIVOS to experience what it was like to be a drag queen, but I think all I did was give her the experience of what it would be like to be a rich and famous touring drag queen that has to do nothing for herself.
And honestly, I will say, it makes sense that that's where I start, because that's where I would start if I were to start.
Rich and famous touring drag queen.
Rich and famous touring, I mean... competitions? Me?
Oh my god.
No chance.
What is your twank? What is your twank?
My twank? Competitions.
So you did not just clack your heels. So for our listeners and viewers in West Hollywood, if you want to get started in the drag scene, you have to do these like weekly competitions. And it's very frustrating because you need to bring your friends and, it's hard to get Like, you just don't want to force your friends to be there all the time. And I've definitely had my, frustrations with them. And so ZIVOS is making fun of the fact that I would even do that kind of thing.
Why would I? I'm above it all. You're above it all. You're a winner.
I agree.
Chicken dinner.
I agree. Do you have your twink or your twunk?
My twunk? Yes, I do have my twunk, actually. My twunk national parks.
Oh.
Yeah.
I agree.
I mean, I've national John Muir, come on.
Yeah.
Fun fact, actually, if you walk anywhere in the US, you might think to yourself, wow, I'm probably the first person to step on this patch of grass. Wrong. John Muir was there first. You are the second person.
Who is John Muir?
He's John Muir. He's the father of all the national park systems.
Oh, okay.
He discovered Yosemite. He traveled across America. He was a conservationist.
John Muir.
Conservative list.
My twink is AstroTurf.
That is good.
I love I'm a grass guy.
You are a grass guy.
It comes from me playing travel soccer growing up. When the grass was nice, the passes went well. You didn't have to be worried about it going on a weird bounce. And I just love good grass. And AstroTurf is like, that's in my dream house. It's all AstroTurf. That's like such a fantasy for me.
Wow.
Love AstroTurf.
Wow.
Love.
That actually, that makes sense. AstroTurf has those little things that can get everywhere. So,
just like my glitter and my sequin. I was going to say it's fake, but looks kind of real. So very me.
So close.
Actually, that's very you today, ZIVOS. So ZIVOS, what are your parting words? This is the last time you're going to be seen, maybe, ever.
That is maybe
kinda
true.
Scary.
Kind of is scary.
Sad.
Kind of sad. I gave so much to the world and then just disappeared.
When we needed you most.
Kind of like Haley's comment, here and then gone. And what did I leave if not a trail of beautiful comet dust? You know what I won't leave? Sequins on your bed.
We'll have to see where this ends up.
On the bed.
My bed is right there. And
nail by nail.
Well, we have a long process of de-dragging ZIVOS here, so I think this is the end of the pod.
Thank you all so much for watching and seeing my glorious debut.
Yes.
And also the debut of boy Devin.
On the pod!
On the pod! Live and in the flesh!
We actually have a cute idea where you'll probably see boy Devin one more time this season, but...
Yes.
But yay, thank you so much for coming.